Has vendor and Assistant Secretary of the Dry Goods Vendors Association, Adela James, fallen prey to victimization? Well, she thinks so. James spoke to News Force on Monday. She says after years of plying her trade along the corner of Mikud and Coral Street, she is now being forced out by the city to make parking available to members of staff at the Consumer Affairs Division. The Consumer Affairs Division recently made the shift to the location in 2019. James is crying foul and says she is being removed from an ideal location where there is regular access to shoppers.
I say why I have to move. He told me that the government office in there, they have 6 persons there that have 6 vehicles and they want a 6 parking from my car go up to the parking zone up there. So I said I've been here for how many years? I said why all of a sudden, oh, they want me out because they want parking and the people in there, they have privilege.
News Force reached out to the director of the Consumer Affairs Division, Ms. Pariat Herman, who issued a short statement on the matter. It reads, quote, "The staff of the department are traveling officers, and therefore we requested parking within the city circuit from the relevant authorities, namely the Ministry of Infrastructure and the Castries City Council. We wish to inform the public that approval was granted by the authorities for the department to use a few of the parking lots along Coral Street adjacent to the building." End quote. Vendor coordinator at the CCC, Augustine Victor, says this matter has been a protracted affair.
This vendor have been there for a while for true, which is on the road with a vehicle, and then on the sidewalk probably hanging things over the building and whatever it is. Yes, but when the council was taking out all the people around the Ave Maria, we spoke to that same vendor where we are trying to relocate her somewhere else. But you know, people are adamant. They don't want to really go. They always tell you customers know them wherever they are. And it takes over 4 years since after we did that. The lady have not moved.
Press and Communication Manager at the Office of the Mayor, Jason Hollenseed, says efforts were made to resolve the matter and another area has been identified from which the vendor can operate. But what about the vendor's claims that privilege is being afforded to staff at the Consumer Affairs Department?
We spoke with her, we had a meeting. We tried to resolve the issue by giving her another area to ply her trade. The Ministry of Commerce occupying the building wrote to council seeking, a spot for the loading zones and what have you. So I mean, after discussions with them, we went to her, we spoke to her about that situation, and we try as best to accommodate her through another area. We do not wish to be in a back and forth with her, but there are areas within the city that are no vending zones.
The vendor alleges that demands for relocation intensified. As a result, she says she has sought the advice of legal counsel on the matter.
My lawyer told me not to move because there's no grounds to move me from the sidewalk here. And I pay city council every day to be selling here.
James, however, is standing her ground and continues to set up shop behind the no vending sign. Soda Alfred, HTS News Force.